Why can't women be priests? Every time this question comes up, people brace themselves. Not because the answer is harsh, but because it's heavier than most expect. Why can't women be priests? For years, I thought this question was rooted in politics or culture. But then I met a woman whose story shattered every simple explanation I had. It began with a question whispered in a quiet chapel and ended with a realization that shook her faith and then deepened it. It's easy to assume the church's teaching is outdated, or stubborn, or blind to modern equality. But when you strip away the noise, the assumptions, you find something surprisingly human underneath. Something rooted in history, yes, but also in symbol, identity, and the way God works through story. This is one of those stories. Her name was Grace, a woman with a fierce love for God. The kind of person who makes you feel small in the best way because her faith is too real to fake. From childhood, she felt drawn to the altar. Not to the attention, not to the authority, to the presence. That still sacred place where heaven touches earth. One afternoon, she told her parish priest, "I think God is calling me to the priesthood." And he didn't laugh, he didn't correct her, he didn't shut her down. He said, "Walk with Jesus in the Gospels. Watch what he does, then come back." So she did. For weeks, she sat with the Gospels, like they were letters written to her personally. She watched how Jesus treated women with honor, dignity, boldness, compassion. He defended them, trusted them, taught them, and revealed himself to them first. He broke every cultural rule except one. He never chose a woman as an apostle. And this wasn't because he lacked options. He had many women disciples who were more faithful than the men. That detail stuck to her like a burr on clothing. Grace told me the line that changed everything for her. I realized God wasn't denying me something. He was inviting me into something different. Not lesser, different. And that's the problem with the entire debate. We hear different and assume unequal. But the church doesn't see it that way at all. So here's the part everyone misunderstands. The Catholic Church doesn't say women shouldn't be priests. It says it cannot make women priests. Not won't, not refuses to, cannot. Because the church believes Jesus established the priesthood structure himself, and the church doesn't have the authority to redesign a sacrament. This isn't about power or culture or men trying to stay in charge. This is about fidelity to what Christ did. If you're a woman listening to this and it stings, you're not wrong for feeling that. Many have wrestled with it. Grace wrestled with it. Millions of faithful women have. The church isn't saying, "You're not holy enough, you're not strong enough, you're not called enough." It's saying something far more mysterious. You carry a different part of God's heart. And honestly, without women, the church wouldn't survive a single generation. So why can't women be priests? Here's the raw answer in 5 fast points. 1. Jesus intentionally chose only men as apostles. Not cultural pressure, he broke cultural rules constantly. 2. A priest acts in the person of Christ, the bridegroom. The sacrament is symbolic, not just functional. 3. The church can't change the form of a sacrament. Just like baptism must use water, not juice. 4. Women already hold massive spiritual authority. Think Catherine of Siena, Teresa of Avila, Mother Teresa. 5. Equal dignity doesn't mean identical roles. Complementarity is woven into the fabric of creation. People forget this. Some of the most powerful voices in Catholic history weren't priests. They were women who moved the church from the inside out. Catherine of Siena told popes to return to Rome. Teresa of Avila reformed an entire order. Mother Teresa became the moral conscience of a generation. Not one of them ever stood at an altar, yet their impacts shaped the world. After her journey, Grace didn't walk away from the church. She walked deeper in. She became a spiritual director, a prayer warrior, a guide for souls. And years later, she said this: I thought the altar was the place I'd find Jesus, but I found him more intensely in the people I serve. Women can't be priests because the church believes the structure of the priesthood comes directly from Jesus, and the church must guard, not reinvent what he established. Not politics, not preference, not pressure, just obedience. But here's the deeper question: what if God's call on women isn't smaller, but wider? Think of Mary. No ordination, no title, yet the entire story of salvation passed through her. Yes, maybe the question isn't why can't women be priests, but what is God inviting women to carry that is even more powerful? Sit with that. God bless you.